Committee.
No, hearing is not.
Rosie,
Another stomach ache.
please sit in your seats. Okay, thank you. Guys, we're gonna get started. Okay. Okay, a lot of you are missing.
Yeah, it's the last day.
Is it the last day?
Too
Oh,
bad.
not the last day.
Final
Last day
review.
or not?
Oh, Miriam's here.
Presentable. Presentable.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah. We need to be.
where are you?
Today is not the last day. Okay. Okay, guys, let's start with a prayer. Rico, you said a prayer? If you want to, yeah.
愛する天のお父様を教頭して有志で英語を勉強する機会があるので感謝しています。またいつも教えてくれる先生に感謝しています。またこの時間みんなが集中して暑い中ですが楽しく学ぶことができますように助けてください。またまだ来ていない人たちが同じように明日のテストに向けて備えることができますように助けてください。全部イエスキリストの皆によってお祈りします。アメン。
Okay, just to make it clear, today is not the last day. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
Last day is on Tuesday. Okay. Let's go through
No,
our...
we still need to count it here Wednesday and Thursday.
Right. Just no class. Okay, so let's go through our schedule really quick. So today is Wednesday. We're going to do a leap review, and then we'll do a final review, the things that we didn't cover yesterday. And your grammar threads are your homework tonight. So I'm going to check those tomorrow. So tomorrow we're taking the final, but you still have an extensions quiz. So tomorrow I'll check your grammar threads, we'll do an extensions quiz, and then we'll take the final.
The final in class?
We're going to be in the lab, but we'll meet in the classroom and then we'll go to the lab. Okay? Okay? So the final will be on Canvas.
Everything inside on final, right? What we learn all the stuff.
Everything that we've learned since the midterm. Okay? So now we're going to go over that. Hold on.
Everything from this
No, I'll talk about it in a second. Hold on. So make sure also that your grades are all your work is in by Thursday, because I'm going to be putting grades in, okay? Don't submit anything late or it won't be counted. Okay? So if you have missing work, this is the time to get it in. Okay. Okay, before we talk about the final, we're going to do a leap review really fast. Okay? So, you guys, everyone needs a partner. And so this is how it's going to be. So if Belen and Jenny are partners, they're going to sit across from each other. Or, yeah. And then there's going to be another partnership sitting right here next to them. So you guys, everyone's going to have these cards. This is just Leap 48. So everyone will have these Leap cards. And if Belen and Jenny are partners, Jenny will quiz Belen. She'll give her like a leap word.
Can I change partner?
I don't know the rule, by the way.
If Belen gets it right, she gives it to the other group. If she gets it wrong, you keep it. So you want your group to get rid of their cards first, okay? So let's get in, grab your partner, and then get into groups of 4.
You say grab your partner.
So sit across from each other. And then, so if you guys are partners, you will sit over here next to them. So move, you gotta move your desks around. Yeah, you can just turn yourself. Yeah, you will be there, okay?
No, Mana.
But you guys need to be close together. Like them, you guys are partners?
Yeah, sure.
And then you are partners? So come sit by them. Or you come sit by them.
We need to sleep, right?
So there's... Yeah, so you two go and make yourself. So maybe you could join David and Josue and Sarah.
What?
Okay, everyone should have 6 cards, so split the cards up. Everyone needs to have about 6.
See, tomorrow, right? I join the student meeting. Make a mark.
Okay, so you guys will be group of 3 back here. So just split the cards up evenly between the group of 3. Did anyone not get cards?
We don't.
Oh, you guys. So there's 7 cards per group. Okay, so you split them up like that. So it should be 24. So everyone should get 6.
Oh, 6.
Okay, so one more time.
One more time.
If me and Bella are partners, I will show Bella the extension words. And if she gets it right, what do I do with it?
Eat it up.
Give it to the other group. And what is the point of the game? Get rid of all of your cards.
Can I use
Okay?
it only like delete the part who have only the target word, the first page?
The
Oh,
first
you want to use your packet? Yeah, you guys can use your packets.
I'll just write and see.
Okay.
Okay, you guys have 2 minutes.
What's left?
38.
The last split, because I don't remember half. Split the cards.
Yeah, everyone should have 6.
Oh, I know.
I have 5.
I need to see it.
That's okay.
I have 7.
5 or 6. Okay. So, are you ready to start?
I was ask you the one
No, you have your cards. This is the only thing you're doing. Is getting ready.
Yo, who says I'm not out? No, you're there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the teacher.
So you want to get rid of you can get rid of
I think like 2, 2. Like if you know the
Oscar, you need to go in.
See? I don't know. My brain should be good.
you are
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start in 5 seconds. Is everyone ready?
I wish I could write
If they got it correct, they are going to
Device.
give us.
Oh, I only get 3. It's okay.
and
That once we also get it correct, we are going to give it to them.
No, you're So you give it to them if it's just and you keep it if it's done.
I want to get it.
Okay,
It's just the first.
ready to start? Go ahead and start now.
Unity.
No, you used it.
I don't understand anyway, yeah.
This location is the display.
Restricted.
This word?
Yeah.
We should No, because it's 3 souls, right? It's okay. It's okay for you. It's 1 minute.
I just read.
Yeah, I'm trying. But can you use this? No? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Okay, you
Yeah, I know she's advanced.
I don't know.
Unreasonable. I remember this
Did anyone get rid of their cards yet?
No.
Still working on it? Okay, keep going.
I even cannot find
We're
it.
trying to get ahead of the other group.
It's
your eyes.
Yeah. Restricted. Revive. You can get.
Restricted. You continue.
Sorry?
Infuse.
Alteration?
Infuse.
Operation.
Oh yeah.
Diffusion. I don't know.
The aspect.
It's like the opposite.
And infrastructure.
Because of the D and the in is absolutely right.
So if you look at
Here, right? Yeah.
You said it's
For the diffuseless, that is zero. I know, for the diffuseless, two F. Okay, that's one. Okay, you have the overtime. Overall. Okay. So tomorrow? Okay, I'm back. You need to
And assume
Universally?
simultaneous.
Yeah, I put my hands, you cannot read the underside, right?
but I don't remember.
He's cheating. When you show that, he's looking at another side. Look at them. They have the mirror. He's
I
cheating.
don't know.
I don't know, I didn't see. Cheater, I don't know. I mean, you got to be alright, I didn't stop there. Just
Oh, you need to.
know them all.
King was.
Okay. It looks like no one has gotten rid of all these cards. Okay. Okay, stop for a second. Guys, stop. Okay, we're gonna, hey, Jenny, and we're gonna switch partners. So within your group, switch partners, and we're gonna do the same thing. Just within your group. So, yeah, so separate the cards out again. Yeah, same group, different partners.
You need to.
We need a...
Now you guys can be partners and separate your cards out again. Give everyone 6 again.
Huh? 6? Only 6?
If you have a group of 3, it'll be less.
3.
No, but you need to share with them and...
Okay.
Okay, did you guys switch partners?
Yes.
Everyone has 6
I don't know
cards?
why
I think
she
it's
said
6.
she said 6.
Oh, you want to play?
No,
For partnership, and then if you have 3, it'll be
6 for
I'm not
partnership.
from this class actually.
6 for partnership.
6 per person, sorry. Ellen and, yeah,
Then what?
okay? Are you guys ready?
No.
Uh,
Oh yeah, perfect.
Ready, go! Try to get rid of your cards again.
No, I don't know.
I think it's take turn. Right, take a turn.
You're just putting your
Yeah, take turn. Yeah, you go first.
Simultaneous.
interruption.
Did you guys skip the turn?
Oh, you have to switch.
So maybe Sophia and then you switch or just turn, whatever you want to do. You guys have to have different partners.
Maybe no.
It's gonna be okay. You can still be friends. If you guys get rid of your cards, raise your hand, so I know.
This one.
Revealing.
Read that.
Okay, so I keep this one, right?
No, you give it to you. You get it right, you give it away.
Okay. Sorry. Repeat. Oh yeah, your turn.
Hypothesis or hypothesis? I'm waiting to switch partner.
Unreasonable.
Wow.
Okay, your turn. Sorry, so many times. Okay.
No, in the
Next. Yeah.
Oh, those are
Universal.
Restricted.
Yes.
This one, go.
Universally. Which
It's a girl. You
Revealing. Yes. This already.
Has anyone gotten rid of all their cards?
Almost.
Okay, we're gonna do one more minute and then we're gonna stop. One more minute.
Go.
100.
This one.
Really? I want to study.
This one.
Okay, I want to study. I don't want to implement alteration.
Okay,
That's his first. Okay, stop. What? Put your cards together and paperclip them again. I'm gonna give you guys all a paperclip.
Encore.
Paper what?
Put them all together and paperclip. Oh.
1, 2, 3.
I think we were sharing this too.
Okay, put your desks back, please.
You're going back?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
And I will take the cards if you have them.
I said to Maya. I said to Tony,
Cards? Any more cards?
cash.
Yes.
$30,000.
You have your
And she
paperclip.
said $30,000. Is it the same?
Oh, okay. That's okay.
And I said yes.
I have one more set. Oh no,
I paid the
I got
cash,
it.
but
Okay.
I didn't pay the 30,000.
How much money?
2001, 2000.
Okay. Now we're gonna move on to grammar. Just remember, you guys have an extensions quiz tomorrow, and your grammar tests are still due, just like a normal week. Okay? Okay. So, this is what is going to be on the final. This is all. I sent you guys an email last night with this all in it. Did you guys get that?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. So yesterday we went over positives, present perfect, and noun clauses. So today we will do comparisons and relative clauses. Okay? So underneath noun clauses, you need to know these things: object, subject, object of preposition, and object. Comparisons, you need to know the superlative and the comparison. Okay? And then for relative clauses, identifying, non-identifying, or subject. versus
Tomorrow you will ask them.
This will be on the final. Okay? Questions about that?
In this test, do we need to write a sentence, like a noun clause sentence? Or no?
You will be writing sentences on the final.
Wow.
Well, typing sentences. But you guys got it. I'm confident.
We will write or we will choose the option.
Both.
Ah.
Okay? So let's start. First, we're going to do comparisons. Oh, whoops. Okay, so we're going to play around the world, and this is how it works. So I will have either superlative or comparison, and then an adjective. So we'll start with Tony and Oskan. So you have to say the superlative of this word. Whoever says it first wins, and then we'll go on. So what's the superlative of tall?
Taller.
Superlative.
Taller.
Only Tony and Oskan.
Taller.
Tallest.
Taller.
Tallest. Okay, so Tony got it. So then it will be Tony and Haim for the next one.
Okay, this one.
And then whoever wins between them, it will be that person and the next person. Okay?
Superlative is the biggest one.
Make sure only the two people that are competing are talking. If you know the answer and you are not competing, do not shout it out. Are we going to shout out the answer?
No.
No, only if we're competing, right? Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Tony and Oskan.
More beautiful.
Come on.
Sorry.
Okay, they were done. So Tony, so now Haim and Francis. Ready?
Right? Am I right? Most expensive.
Most expensive.
Haim got it. So Haim and Ishan. Look at the picture.
Bigger.
Yeah, good.
The biggest, smaller.
Because it was comparison, so bigger. Okay.
Biggest.
Okay,
Now we
next.
have Oskan, you're not shouting out.
Sorry.
Ishan and Rika.
Loudest.
Yes. Okay, Ishan and Stacy.
Prettier.
Oh, Stacy got it. Okay. Okay, Stacy and Kevin. Are you ready?
What?
Handsome.
One more time.
Sorry, my mistake.
Okay, yes.
Wire.
More handsome.
That's from the movie. Limitless.
Yes, it is. Okay, Stacy and Josue. Josue, are you paying attention?
Sorry.
Do you know what we're doing?
Comparison.
Okay.
The guy at the right.
No, we already did that
That's
one.
fine.
No, more active.
Yes, good job, Stacy. Stacy and David.
Then.
Where's this?
Happier.
Dang it.
Stacy, okay. Stacy and Saria.
Bigger.
Oh. Oh, yeah, Stacy got it. It's biggest. Okay, Stacy and Sarah, ready?
All this.
Got it. Okay, Stacy and Oscon. Now you can shout out Oscon. You ready? Now you
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Kind of.
Are you ready, Stacy?
Slowest.
Did Oscon get it?
Yeah.
Okay, Oscon and Tony.
Christmas.
Yeah, this is for you too. What do you guys think? I think Oscon.
Oscar.
Okay, Oscon and Hayden.
Okay, I know the strategy. If you make more louder, yeah, that's good.
I'll shout out.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Older. Okay, Hayden and Princess. Ready? Cooler. Oh, Hayden got it. Hayden and Ishan. I don't know how many I have.
More amazing.
Oh.
Oh.
Is it five?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, you guys
Do it
go
again, do it again.
Okay, go again. Ready?
Shorter. Shortest.
Yeah. Okay.
What does the shoe
Ishan just gave up.
Where is she?
Okay. Hayden and Rika. Ready?
More crowded.
Okay, good job. You're correct still.
Hayden doesn't disqualify.
Hayden and Stacy.
More normal.
Oh.
Hayden beat out Stacy. Good job.
Hey.
Okay, Kevin. Did he get it?
You got it.
Okay, Kevin and Josue. Good job. Okay. Do you guys want to do that one more time?
Yeah?
Would that be helpful?
Start from the beginning.
Okay, let's make sure you guys, so you guys remember the rules about the syllables? So if it's one syllable, it is ER for comparison, and if it's more than one, you say
Just 1 minute.
Okay, and then for superlative, same thing. One syllable is EST, and two syllables is
Monsters.
Okay, so for comparison, we're only using more or ER, and then the superlative is the most or EST. You guys remember that? Okay, let's try to see if we can play this one more time. Just one more review. Okay, so we're gonna start. Let's start on this side. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, let's start with Kevin. You're right. Okay, Kevin and Josue. Ready?
Turn.
Okay, you guys are doing one more time for you both. That was a little bit of
Wait, so let me run. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Beautiful.
Kevin got it. Okay. Next. It's Kevin and David. Ready? Yes, David got it.
No.
He did first.
Okay, David and Sadia.
Okay.
Ready?
Smaller.
Yeah, got it. David, okay.
Wow,
David and Sarah.
Oh.
Good job, guys.
The most
Loudest.
Loudest.
Sorry.
Alright. Okay, do you know what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, David and Jenny.
Oh, yeah, Chile.
Okay, ready? Are you guys ready?
My goodness.
Ready.
Oh, Jenny.
Oh.
Okay, Jenny and Osman.
I can't believe it.
Okay, yeah.
I got it. Wait. Okay.
Oh, comparison. Sorry.
the most handsome.
Comparison?
Richest.
Comparison.
The white.
Comparison.
He's right.
You get it?
Yeah,
Okay. Got it. Osman. So this one, you could say,
The whitest.
so the word comparison is not EST or most.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, who we got? Oscar and Tony. Ready?
I did it! I come on, Tony!
Tony and Halim.
We're
Happier.
happy.
Tony
I'm happier.
Okay, Tony and Francis. Ready?
Bigger.
Biggest.
Finally. Francis and Ishan. Ready?
Deportivamente formal.
Newest.
Oh, did Ishan say it first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Ishan. Okay, Ishan and Rika.
Rika.
Okay, ready?
Rich. Flawless.
Yes, Rika. Okay, good job. Wow! Okay, Stacy, this is your chance again.
Domination.
Ready?
Mrs.
Oh, that was a tie.
Come on.
Okay, one more. You guys do one more. Ready? Go.
On there.
Yeah, Stacy got it. Okay, Stacy and Kevin.
Coolest.
Ah, coolest.
She said it right.
Yeah, she said
Stacy.
it right. It's not coolest. It is not.
Coolest.
Okay, Stacy this way.
Así no juega por
What is it?
Stacy got it.
What's that?
Yeah, I do.
Was it a tie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it again. So you two again. Ready?
Shorter.
Yeah.
Shorter.
Good job, Josue. Okay, Josue and David.
More garlic.
Oh, Josue got it. Okay, Josue and Saria.
Normal. That's a normal, right?
Yeah, more normal.
Okay.
Good job.
Normal.
Okay, Josue and Sarah.
Sarah, that's it.
Yes, Sarah.
Sarah.
Okay, Sarah and Belen. You ready, Belen?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, this time we're gonna do it fast. I'm not gonna even say who's competing, okay?
No.
You guys have to be ready. Let me see which.
Be ready, guys.
So fast is the last one.
No, please.
Okay, so tallest.
No. Okay, we're gonna start over. So we'll start with. We're not doing the first one though. We'll do
Okay.
this one. Okay. Actually, no. Let's start here. Let's do Jenny and Belen.
No.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it's going. So you just gotta boom, 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 boom. Okay. Ready? Set, go.
Beautiful.
Okay. Next.
The most expensive.
Got it.
Shorter.
Ooh.
Loudest.
Ready, go.
Prettier.
Create it, yeah.
Sarah is does.
Wider.
Whitest.
Wider.
Did you get it? Okay.
Yeah.
More happy. I did. Yeah. More happy.
No.
Happier.
Bigger.
The biggest.
Uh-huh.
Newest.
Oh.
Tallest. Crazy.
Start with Halim and Francis.
What?
They tied. Okay, ready?
Coolest.
Okay.
Cooler.
Coolest.
Okay. No. Let's go Halim and Tony again. That was a tie.
What is it? Show us.
Oscar and Halim.
Shortest. Tallest.
Has to be in English, Oscar.
Okay.
We're crowded.
It's you.
We're normal.
Fastest.
No, it's you.
Who is it?
Sarah.
Sarah. Okay, let's go Halim and Sarah.
That's the last one.
Oh yeah, this is the last one. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good job, Halim.
Da.
Final winner of the game. Round of applause. Okay.
Where's Rosie? Oh, Rosie's not here. That's why.
Okay.
No.
So remember the syllable rule for these, and then the irregular ones. We have good becomes better, bad becomes worse, and far becomes farther or further. Okay. How do we feel about superlatives, comparisons?
Easy.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let's go on to. We're gonna move on to relative clauses now. So in partnerships, identify in these sentences the noun clause, or sorry, not the noun clause. The relative clause. Let me fix this. There we go. Okay, so identify the relative clause and then the noun that it is describing. Just do it with partners. Go through these sentences.
Relative clause. This one's gonna work here. This one was cool.
Oh, you're right. All these
The girl, the bag, the phone, my dad.
What?
Relative, the first relative clause.
No, but the first one is like subject.
This is a.
I know.
The man.
Sorry, the girl was very okay, so the first statement is relative clause. Was very
shorter, so the relative fraction is
okay, so the second one is that I got. That's wrong, right?
You can relative.
But it's not solely what I only use this
There's the relative.
The second one is that I use it. People have a better. Thank you. The relative clause after who was question. Can you identify what that on my that I'm using? So the server, right?
Who comes first will get
Give me a question.
and the whole thing.
Who comes first?
It waits for so I should mark it. My dad, who is very old, is going. Okay. The source I got with the man who gave me direction. I is the noun.
It is a noun.
And then the relative is the man or just the man who gave me direction.
No. So the man is the noun being described. Because, and then who gave me directions?
Oh, I think the man.
Let's go over these.
Yeah.
Please.
Is everyone done?
Yeah. Let me see.
Okay, let's look at the answers. So, in the first one, the girl is the noun being described, and what is describing it?
Who was
working. Okay? So once you hit this second verb, the relative clause is over. So, there's some questions about the man. Wait, is it this one? No, the people. So the people is the noun. Who come first is describing the people. Okay? Any questions about any of these?
No.
Sarah?
The relative clause. Always stop before the verb.
Yeah, because it's just an adjective. It's just describing. It's just describing the noun.
Like if you ask to choose the relative now.
Yeah. Okay, you should do this. But sometimes they will, like this one has they have verbs in them sometimes, so be careful. But yeah, they will be describing the noun. Okay.
So the noun is the red one, right?
The noun is red, yes, and the relative clause is underlined. Any more questions about this?
But, for example, the pizza that I ate this morning was delicious. Also, we cannot say it was delicious. We cannot add that.
Not because the pizza that you
That's
ate
the main
was-
clause. So the pizza was delicious, and this is a relative clause.
Um,
So this is describing the pizza. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go on. So these are the types of relative clauses we learned. We have the identifying and the non-identifying, and the subject predicate. Can someone explain what the identifying versus non-identifying is? Do you remember that one? Katie?
So identify relative clause is like necessary to explain the noun. So if you erase it, it doesn't make sense. Like sometimes the meaning can be changed.
Yes.
But and not identifying relative clause doesn't have commas.
Right. Good.
But it's just extra information.
Yeah.
But identifying is necessary.
No, not the other one.
And the other one, yes, it has
Yeah.
commas, it is extra unnecessary.
It's like a positive.
If it's
Similar to an
the way,
apostrophe.
it makes sense.
What is the difference between a non-identifying relative clause and an appositive?
The meaning of the sentence.
No.
And the comma.
No, remember a positive?
Both got.
Is the
Wait, what?
And a positive and a non-identifying relative clause.
Oh,
They both
like
have commas, right? What is the difference between?
who was, blah, blah, blah.
They're both extra information.
verb.
Yes, Stacy. So this one is a clause,
Oh, that's two
and a
comma.
positive is not a clause, right?
There's two comma. Okay.
Okay,
And the marker.
Yes.
you remember that?
Use an example,
Use-
please.
So if I write it up here. So remember appositives. And then non-identifying.
And they're similar.
So in a positive, they both have commas. They're both surrounded by commas, right? This one is a subject plus verb because it's a clause. Okay?
Oh.
This one is just a phrase. Oh. Okay. You guys see that? So in a positive is not a clause. That one, non-identifying relative clause, is a clause, so it should have a subject and a verb.
To give you an example of one-on-one.
Yeah, that would be great.
No, could you?
Oh, could I?
Yes, I don't know.
So we'll say John. If I'm going to make it a positive, I can say a student, yeah. Sorry.
It's a medical.
Is smart.
It's a what?
Okay?
And the other one?
So where's the positive? And it's not a clause, so it's an appositive. How can we make this a clause?
Who is?
Yeah, we gotta add who is.
Who is my best friend?
So the
So
who
this one is what?
and the who is and to student will have commas. So now it's a clause. So now what is it?
Non-identifying. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
non-identifying relative.
Wow.
Got it?
Yes. Got it?
Huh?
It's great. You guys can still see it.
I didn't know. Sorry.
You guys are confused. Subject, predicate.
Okay, let's go on. We're gonna keep talking about these.
I'm not here.
Shh, guys.
Organization.
So now we're going to talk about subject relative clauses. So we have subject and predicate. So subject, we have a main clause. So if the main clause is, my friend is funny, the relative clause, she likes to smile. So how do we make that a sentence? My friend who likes to smile is funny. So in this sentence, what is the subject?
My
friend.
Who like to smile.
Okay,
Friend.
so my friend is the subject. What is the noun being described?
Who likes
Who likes to smile?
No, what's the noun being
My
described?
My friend.
Friend. Okay, so the noun being described is the subject of the sentence, of the relative clause.
Always?
In this one, that means, so when the noun being described is the subject, it is a subject relative clause. Okay, let's go through some more examples. So this one. My phone, which is old, is broken. What's the subject?
My
Phone.
What's the noun being described? Okay, so the subject is the noun being described, so what kind of clause is it?
Just
Subject relative clause. Okay,
What's the
let's go through another one.
The man.
Okay, the man who is tall looks nice. What's the subject?
Man.
And the noun being described?
Man.
Good.
man? Oh, okay.
So you see the pattern here? It is the subject of the sentence and the noun being described. It is a subject clause. Okay, let's go through some predicate examples now. These ones are a little bit more tricky.
This is a noun being is the same. The man, also subject is man, and the being.
Yep.
Okay.
The man and it is both. The answer to both of these. Okay, so for predicate, so we have the main clause. The bag is black. I bought it at BYU. So don't pay attention to this yet. What is the subject of the main clause?
The bag.
And what is it in the relative clause?
I bought it at
BYU.
So if it is talking about the bag,
That I
Yeah.
want.
what is it in the sentence?
Oh.
It is the object of the sentence, right? So in the first clause, the noun being described is the subject, but in the second one is the object. So when we write it, the bag that I bought at BYU is black. So the noun being described is an object, so that makes it a predicate relative clause. Okay, you see the pattern there? Let's keep looking at examples. So in this one, what is the noun being described?
Bad.
No. Oh, whoops, that's a different one. That's not.
It's the same one.
Yeah, same one. Sorry, next one. Okay, what is the noun being described? And what is the position of it in the relative clause?
At.
The
It.
right. So what is it? Is it a
Object.
It's an object. So the noun being described is the object of the predicate clause. It is object of the relative clause. It is a predicate relative pronoun. Okay.
Do you have to remember all the predicate related?
No, she's gonna tell
You
me.
need to know.
Whatever.
Are you gonna put examples like from the other one?
Yeah, there'll be examples, and you need to know the difference between subject and predicate, identifying and non-identifying for the final.
But do not remember the whole title of the thing, no?
What
For
do you
example, predicate relative clause, subject. Do you have to remember all of that?
I will give it to you on the final, so you don't
Oh,
need to
yeah.
remember terms.
Okay,
I will
yeah,
give you
the terms, sorry, yeah.
Okay.
So we
Good.
got to know the subject.
Okay.
and the
So let's look at one more. What is the noun being described? Okay, and what is the position of it in the relative clause?
Object.
Good. Okay, cool. That's the pattern there. Okay, so in these ones, how do we know if we're just looking at a sentence already written? How can we tell if it is subject or predicate pronoun or
If it's
relative clause?
There's an adjective
If
in
it starts
the
with
end. Something like that.
a name.
That is
it's a
black.
subject.
I think Sarah knows the answer to this question. Do you remember how to tell if it's...
When I have after the HW word, when we have a noun after is a subject.
Nope.
No, it's a verb. When is a verb after the that, who is a subject, or when it's a noun is a predicate.
When it's before or after the verb, right?
So that's how you recognize it. So on the first one,
predicate.
where's the predicate, or where's the relative clause?
That I
Okay, so
can
what's
see.
the marker?
That.
That. And then what comes after it? Is that a noun or a verb?
No, no.
So that means it's a predicate. Okay.
Predicate.
So if a noun follows the marker, it's a predicate relative clause.
But I can see from
What if a verb follows the marker? Like
Second one.
Yeah. Second one. Who likes? What is that one?
Identify subject.
Yes. Okay. So go through these really quick, either in your head or with a partner, and figure out if they are subject or predicate.
First is
predicate, subject,
subject.
Oh, you want to
no, predicate, no.
After that, the noun is Subject. After like someone.
Doesn't subject
Verb is
subject or predicate?
So you got it?
Predicate, right? Yeah.
I say
I'm looking for the
he, she,
predicate.
it.
Yeah. Predicate. Yes.
The first one is predicate, and the second one is subject.
After the marker, it's the verb.
So, ¿cuál?
Okay. Just that.
Will it help you with posting slides on Canvas?
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, the bag.
First one is object.
That's why that one is
Obviamente
predicate, right?
The bag that I bought.
Porque
So when we get back,
How are you? Your what I bought is verb.
we don't even need to look at bought. So the bag, I make,
como por ejemplo,
Subject.
so that means it is.
Identify subject.
Oh. No, subject. So, for example, the next one, the man who
mi
is
casa
sold, that one is
es
the
These are not, we're not talking
Yeah,
about
she's
it.
good.
So whenever it's a fish pronouns, spelling,
And this one is
or
college.
It doesn't matter what kind of noun it is. Any noun is
friend
predicate.
who likes
Yeah.
to smile is friend.
No,
My
I-
friend is the subject.
No, the teacher.
like I love the pizza that day.
No te
That
acuerdas.
one is a predicate.
I love that.
What is a bug?
Business school?
It's because in Spanish, predicate is the
Yes, business college.
So the predicate is just,
She
In
you can say object.
BYU?
These will
I
all
will,
be
I will go to
objects.
BYU.
Yeah, she was working in BYU.
You guys got
I
it?
know.
But
So when we say
it was so
predicate,
stressful.
listen, that means it is an object. That means the noun being described is the object of the sentence. So if that's confusing, some people think of it as object. If you want to think of object instead of predicate. Yeah.
It's because
It's just called a predicate relative clause because it's in the predicate rather than the subject.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions about these?
No, it's okay.
Good?
Now I get it.
Okay. So this was the answers. So the marker is underlined and the word after it is in blue. So the verbs, what's this one?
Subject.
Predicate, subject, predicate.
Good job, yes. Okay, so get into groups of 3 and I'm going to give you these cards. So on the card, shh, guys listen, on the card there's going to be a noun at the top and then 2 adjectives. So with the first adjective, you will make a sentence. So in this one, the noun is the people and the first well, it's not always an adjective. Sometimes it's other stuff. So there'll be a noun and other stuff, okay? So this one, it says, the people. So, and then the first word is walking. So I could say, the people are walking. And then the next word is outside. How could I make a relative clause using outside with the people are walking? Raise your hands. Got it?
Sorry.
What is it?
The people are working outside.
Okay, but we need a relative clause.
The people
Ishan?
that are walking.
People who are walking outside.
The people who are walking
Who
outside.
are outside?
Okay, good. Yeah, so that's what you're doing on these ones. Some of them are a little different. Some of them will have a main clause and then an adjective that you need to add in. The point of this is to make relative clauses, okay? So you can make any sentence, but we want to work on relative clauses, okay? Okay, so let's do it in groups of 3. Someone will hold up a sentence or a card, and then the other 2 people make the sentence with the relative clause, okay? So let's do you 3 right here. I'll just give you like 3 right here. 3. And then you 2.
Okay. Make a sentence.
Okay, give us your groups. I'm so sad.
The school is which in the Utah. Was hard. Oh, you okay. The school is which is in Utah.
Think of the noun you want to describe.
School.
Okay.
Outside
Where should the
noun.
relative clause go?
The school.
To the school, which is in Utah. The school, which is in Utah.
Oh, because it's not sentence. I think it is a sentence, so I don't want to separate.
That's what, so there's a period after the word, so that's what this sentence, and this is like put in the sentence to make it clear.
Okay, you
Let me know if you have questions.
just go in Utah, which is big.
Actors which live in Hollywood. The actors who live in Hollywood are rich.
So the markers are
Which is rich, living in the Hollywood.
so then these are underlined. So we have that, food, that.
I need to like. I think actors who rich.
So that's the
living in
I have an umbrella.
is
Letter is black,
noun or verb.
which is black.
So if it's followed by
My friends
that one's
dance
going
well.
to be a subject.
My friends
Because the subject is being
who are working dance well.
Okay.
So I would get so that base So that itself.
I love activity name this is.
Which
Which activity? From final. Subject or predicate?
Yeah.
Okay, for example, who like it's subject.
The mirror.
Wait outside or
That's
wait
easy.
Okay.
Wait
The
outside.
main questions are made.
That makes sense.
You have a main cause or
What?
if they both.
Help.
Meaning?
Okay.
The subject
change
is
one.
the noun being described as a subject.
You change it, change it.
Subject.
That doesn't know what.
Yeah. The people
Why in the
Working outside.
working in the
right now?
The students get good grades.
Brian,
The students we have all good grades for school.
Because those are identifying or non-identifying.
This is
I love games.
who is
My phone, which is old, is broken. So that, which is old, that's not.
That I play no.
It's not
we are
necessary.
learning.
So yeah, okay, we're talking about a specific man who's. One more question.
I love fruit, which is spicy.
You guys finish your parts?
I know two
Spicy is
but she told me you are her partner. You are partner, right?
Partner?
Yeah.
What does it mean partner?
I know.
It's not partner. Sorry, partner.
These are two complete sentences.
Huh? You are partner, right?
Yes.
Huh?
You are a partner in the world.
We are company, yes.
Company.
Yeah, we are company.
Married.
We are working together.
Yeah, that's that.
Okay, gather your cards up and pass them to the next group.
This one is me. I don't know
Oh,
what.
it doesn't make sense.
So the minions is the noun, like bananas and fighting are the next thing. So the minions like bananas.
Okay, so the minion who like a banana.
Okay, gather your cards, pass them to the next group.
You have to do choose.
Yeah.
We have a new set of cards now.
Did
you pass them on? Okay.
Don't say this, but I know.
Yeah.
The one who has a phone, who is gay, but I say he will go it's pretty that the girl goes pretty that means funny. I didn't know he's going. I didn't emphasize this, but I will say something.
It is
Up to you.
It is lit.
Okay.
I read the book.
So it's the past tense of life.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you want to kiss me?
I don't know. I say
You want to kiss me?
I said
Because the homework
I'm interested, yes, but here I'm afraid to remember church moral, but she doesn't want that. I say,
How about this? Boys versus.
Not that wise. Yeah, not even funny.
You say, I watched that today. I cannot imagine you. I watched. I don't know how you get that.
Yes.
You go down.
Thank you. I know you guys I'm not
I read the book. Is not recommended.
That apple with mother.
I love games.
That's what I play with.
That's I play with mine. Only or that play with mine.
That's.
Are you guys done?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, we'll pass them on again.
The last one.
That was
Are you guys done?
yeah.
Okay, move your pass your cards on again.
So we make a subject both.
Either one, yeah.
Either we can do that or
No, I see that.
We shoot the boy on the robot.
Then we'll get into the cards. Okay.
yeah, we have mine.
I love the
Boy,
them.
the boy who's smart is fun. Funny.
Smart and funny.
No. Who is smart is funny.
Yes.
Okay.
Who is
That is
Study.
Okay, I bought a car that is red.
You need a comparison then.
This is that. I bought a car that.
I bought a car that's orange is red. I ordered a car which is red.
the teacher.
I was here from my house.
Are you
The candle that I bought.
Hey, listen up for
It's bad.
Okay, guys, listen for a second. I want to go over an example. So if I have boy and then smart and funny, I could say can I say the boy who is smart and funny?
No.
Is that a complete sentence? No. What do I need to have after that?
Smart is funny.
The boy who is smart is funny, yes. Or I can say the boy who is smart and funny, I need something else though. What do I need?
It's my friend.
Yeah, we need a... Okay, why is that true? Why do we need something else?
Because
The class need a
These
subject.
are dependent clauses, right? Noun clauses and relative clauses are dependent, so they need an independent clause with them. Okay? Okay. So, yes, it is.
Will you post every...
Yes. So I will post the relative clause slides because we didn't really use the book
I will go
for
to
those.
you or you.
So they'll be posted today. So use those to study. Tomorrow, what do we have? The extension quiz and grammar quiz and okay, tomorrow we'll be in our regular class. Okay, I will take your cards.
With the air conditioning, right?
And not cheesy. You can play for and
多少是还是在这里？好的，小王。因为他跟我说他跟他爸妈去看诗，夏天中年，所以他写的好，他简单最后是几句，没有。
pero no puedes, eso me da
Extension?
Final. Extension quiz and final.
Oh, wow.
Extension quiz and final. Okay, you guys are gonna do great.